I'm not telling you as an insider. I'm telling you that what I have heard from 20 different people is that Jerod Mayo is going to be their next coach. He has been on their coaching staff for a while. He is currently their linebackers coach. He was a great player for the Patriots, and for whatever reason, I don't know, I can't detail for you the relationships he has with Kraft or with Bill or with anybody. I just do know that everyone thinks he's going to be the next coach there. Now, that might change if Vrabel was available. Vrabel at this moment is not available. If Bill is out, could you see Kraft calling up the Titans and saying, could we make some sort of an arrangement? I could see that. Again, I'm only telling you what I've heard, is that Mayo is the guy everyone expects to be the next coach. Do you remember when Josh McDaniels walked away from the Colts coaching job?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
There was all this speculation at that time that they had promised him he would succeed Bill in New England. That's why he came back. Obviously, he's now gone and is coaching the Raiders, and they will be playing the Patriots this week. So all of that comes full circle. So it isn't going to be him. And he hasn't been very successful now so far in this stop in Vegas either. So could I see Bob Kraft wanting to hire Mike Vrabel? Absolutely, to be their coach. Will it happen? I'll only tell you, everyone I talk to says they think it'll be May. Hembo has 100% always stood for the unwritten rules of baseball. You are against bat flips. You were against pimping home runs. You were against any kind of emotion on the field of play. And so as I'm watching last night, Bryce Harper circling the bases. The second home run I didn't know was out off the bat. Did you? I mean, that did not look like a home run off the bat.
Yeah,
the first one was a freaking no-doubter.
Second deck.
That ball he hit, it still hasn't come down. When he circles that second base bag and is staring at Arcia just directly in the face, the first thought I had was, is Hembo going to say he shouldn't do that?
No, I can't go there. And I definitely would go there if it were anyone else. But given the context of the circumstance, given the fact that we learned after the fact that Arcia said, "Attaboy Harper," after the base running blunder to end game 2, and for him to hit 2 dingers there and to cross second base and stare him down both times was just stone cold. Like I didn't have a problem with it.
It was fabulous.
It was fabulous.
It was fabulous.
Well, first of all, what do you mean if it was anyone else? That's ridiculous.
Because no, it's ridiculous. I mean, I root for this team, and this is like the face of the franchise.
So it's only okay if your team does it. But if anyone else does it, it's bad.
Well, see, Bubba, what I don't like is like the overt like showmanship, right? Like the staring down the home run and pimping it and flipping the bat and staring down the other dugout. Like to me, like the overt stuff is what bothers me. But when you're crossing second base and you stare at somebody for 3 seconds as you're like that was
as overt could be.
Yeah.
He made a point of doing it, and he acknowledged it afterward. He said, "You're damn right, I was staring."
Sure,
at him.
but I didn't view it as disrespectful. Because he was reciprocating the fact that he said what he said. You know, that's the thing.
If it was a Braves player, you would have thought it was the most disrespectful thing of all time.
Of course it would have rubbed me the wrong way, but I'm a fan. I'm like, there are some times, Bubba, where like you just can't help but be emotionally wrapped up into stuff. And this was one of the rare cases where I was, and I was cool with it.
The point that you are missing, that we are making, is that it is wonderful.
Exactly.
It is
it's
the
the
stuff
best
that makes sports great. I want my team to win so badly. My guy wants to win. You said something about me, I'm staring you down. It's great. Attaboy Harper is nothing. That's nothing.
Yeah, I'm glad you like it. You should like it more. I'm glad you were.
Me too.
I had no problem with it.
It was awesome.
I love when they throw the bat down and go crazy. I'm glad you liked it now. I wish you would like it a lot more other times.
That's correct. It is the stuff that makes sports great. It is the legitimate, true rivalry. I don't want to see them throwing punches, but I do want to see the trash talk. I do want to see. You don't have to throw at someone for saying, "Attaboy Harper." You know what? Hit a freaking home run and then stare him down as you run by him and say, "Attaboy, how'd you like that one, RC? I hit another one for you. How do you like that, attaboy?" That's good stuff. That's sports. And that's what baseball has been missing, has been holding at arm's length forever, and you are the leader of that movement, and we are here to tell you once and for all that it is wrong. If you just look around in your life and things aren't going the way you want, and everything around you continues to change, these people aren't there anymore, these people aren't there anymore, I'm not doing this anymore, that guy's not there anymore, at some point it's you. At some point you've got to look at yourself and say, why haven't I gotten more than I wanted out of all of this, or as much as I wanted out of all of this? At some point, it's not the coach, and it's not the teammates, and it's not the defense, and it's not the rest of the league, and it's not the owner. At some point, we have to say Dak Prescott hasn't gotten them where he looks like he should. I said this on this show the other day, Bubba. Dak Prescott makes me not believe my own eyes because I believe in him. And every time I see him not play better than I think he should, I think to myself, no, he's that good. He's just not having a great day. He's just not having a great month. He's just not having a great year. I think it all goes back to his rookie year when he looked so good, out of nowhere, unexpectedly good. Frankly, that's the best he ever was. I know the numbers have been good the last few years, but a lot of them were hollow. I'm not taking anything away from him. I'm not suggesting Dak Prescott is a lower tier NFL quarterback. But I'm saying the notion that Jared Goff is better than him, not crazy. Not crazy at all. Frankly, perhaps not even a surprise. Connor Bedard made his debut last night for the Blackhawks. He's the next one. He is the 18-year-old kid who was the first pick in this draft and is supposed to be the next in this line of unbelievable, all-time great players. The sky is the absolute limit for him as far as his potential. And I don't know, this hit me pretty hard. Connor Bedard was born in the year 2005. 2005.
Wow.
We have professional athletes playing in major sports that we watch who were born in 2005. It's unimaginable to me. Now, if you were born in 2005, this may not shock you. I don't know if it would shock my daughter, who came over last night. She was born in 2000. He's 5 years younger than my daughter, Nikki, which is impossible for me to believe. One of the biggest stars in that sport was born in 2005. This is only going to get worse, people. The years are only going to start getting later and later and later as we go on. I remember when we had the first star in sports who was born in the 90s. That bothered me. That's probably 10, 12 years ago now. All of a sudden, we got guys who were born in 2005? Can he drive? Like, are you old enough to... What are you old enough to do at 2005 besides playing in the National Hockey League? Is he old enough to have a drink?
No.
Anywhere in the United States? Is there any state left in the U.S. where he's old enough to have a drink?
I don't believe so.
I don't know. When I was a little kid, when I was young, the drinking age in the state I grew up in, which was New York, was 18. And then the year I turned 17, it became 19. And then the year I turned 18, it became 21.
Oh, my gosh.
And I used to jokingly say, what they say when they mean you're grandfathered in is that I'm going to be a grandfather by the time I have a legal drink in this state. But so I think so he can't, he's born in 2005, for the love of Christmas. If that doesn't make you feel like liver spots are bursting out on your hands, I don't know what will. TJ Watt dislocated his finger and tore ligaments and continued to play a football game after having just popped it back in. That's in Ronnie Lott territory.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, Lott is the most legendary of those stories. Ronnie Lott once suffered a finger injury severe enough that they cut off part of his finger, and he continued to play in the game.
I mean, that's number one. That's the best.
It's got to be.
You can't. I don't think you can top that.
Right? Well, I mean, what could possibly be better than that? Like, let's cut it off and let's keep going. Let's just look that up again. I'm just typing in Ronnie Lott finger. Let's see here. The story of Ronnie Lott and his amputated pinky finger. While trying to make a tackle on Tim Newsom, Ronnie Lott shattered his pinky finger. The playoffs were just around the corner. Lott had a big decision to make that would change the rest of his life. 1, put a pin in your finger. It'll heal in 2 months, but you'll miss the rest of the season. 2, amputate your pinky finger from the first joint up and play right away. Ronnie Lott chose amputation, and a chunk of his pinky finger was lopped off.
That's unbelievable.
It's insane. In fact, it would turn out to be the best year of his career. He hauled in 10 interceptions over 14 games. He said he regretted the move, and they should have just let his finger heal. He would go on to play 9 more full seasons in the NFL after getting his pinky amputated.
9?
9.
That's insane.
Played 9 more seasons.
Oh, my gosh.
He said he felt sick after he realized what he had done and that the incident gave him a new perspective on life.